All right, I just wanted to show you how to get these notifications like this one here to appear regularly when you get Gmail. This notification is using an extension that's up here that I've added to it. You notice that I don't have Gmail open. So if you want notifications to pop up down here without having Gmail or without having Calendar open, you do need to look at adding an extension or two. So the extension we're going to look at first, and they're both made by the same guy, is Checkr Plus for Gmail. So if you just type that into your search bar, the first option that comes up, Checkr Plus for Gmail, Google Chrome, is what we're looking for. So this is what Google and Chrome calls an extension. You can add it up here. You'll notice I've already got it added, so remove is there. And what it will do is it'll pop up here an extension called Checkr Plus for Gmail. You do have to give access to your Gmail account to this extension. I have run this extension past IMS, and they say that it more than likely, now the problem with pop-ups is they happen when you're doing your presentation too, is that it looks like in terms of privacy policy, Checkr Plus is good. Okay, so what you'll see here is I have 7 new emails. You can see that because there's a 7 on the thing. I do not have Gmail open at all. If I click on this little box here, what I'll see are those 7 new messages that have just come in. What you see up here is your new messages only, okay? The ones that have come in since you last looked. You can read a message by clicking on it, and it'll pull it up in a window. And then you have some of your common ways of doing it, getting rid of the message. You can add that message to your calendar as an appointment. You can mark it as unread, meaning that it'll stay in your mailbox up here as ones that you can see, or you can actually delete the message, okay? And you click that arrow, it goes back to here. Here's that message I got at the beginning. That was the notification that popped up here down at the corner. So if you want notifications to pop up here more regularly, you can add Checkr Plus for Gmail to your account. If you right click on this up here, you'll get that there's a whole bunch more of things. One of the ones that people like is the do not disturb. You can set it for an hour, and then during a class, if you're doing a presentation on the screen, it will not pop up that notification box for that hour period of time, okay? Or you can just set it on indefinitely and then toggle it on and off up here. So that lets you have a little bit more control over it. You can also go into options, and one of the things I did in options right away was I changed the amount of time that it stayed up from 7 seconds to 15 seconds because I found it disappeared a little too quickly for me. Okay, it's Checkr Plus for Gmail. Okay, also Checkr Plus for Calendar. Okay, Checkr Plus for Calendar essentially does the same thing. Okay, it's a little extension that you add up here that will maintain your schedule for you and pop up notifications and reminders that you have appointments down here, even if you do not have Calendar open, which Calendar and Gmail have to be open for the Google notifications to come through. You'll also notice that it shows you that at 11 a.m. I have an appointment coming up. If I mouse over that and I click on it, it'll bring up my calendar for me so I can see what appointment that is. You can also control, if you've scrolled down or up in this, going back to today, and you can also see a month calendar here. You can change the view of the calendar from an agenda view to a day view to a month view. That appears up here, whatever you like. And notice we aren't in the calendar. We don't have calendar open. But however, we can still click plus here to create an appointment. It's a quick appointment though, so it doesn't have all the options you would normally have. You can double click to get a little bit more of an appointment, but still not the full appointment. If you're needing to make full appointments where you add Hangout Meets links, attach files, do that in Google Calendar. Don't do it from this Checkr Plus. Checkr Plus is really just to keep you on schedule and get your reminders. Okay, so there's a couple of ways you can add extensions to Calendar and Gmail to increase the capabilities of what you can do with it. Okay, there are other extensions out there. These are 2 that we've reviewed and we thought would help you with the transition from Outlook to Gmail.